Good evening, everybody. Sad day on the Metal Mike show. Ronnie James Dio is passed on. He's up there in that rock and roll heaven with Janis, Jimi Hendrix, Bonham, and Randy, and everyone up there jamming. Lost a great giant of metal, true singer in every sense of the word. Tonight we're gonna reminisce, talk about some memories and the concert we went to. We've got memorabilia here. Got a special guest, good friend of mine, Lyle, aka the Metal City Madman. And tonight we're just gonna pay tribute to RJD and just let it all hang out.
Greetings, my children. Come with me now and discover the magic that lies beyond the sea of dreams. And if you have the courage to cross the Rainbow Bridge, you may find the Sacred Heart.
Basically, just start off with some of my earliest memories. Definitely Rainbow, hearing Man on the Silver Mountain on the radio, and Long Live Rock and Roll. Ozzy was still in Sabbath. But, then Ozzy was no longer in Sabbath. And I was blown away when I heard the new singer was Ronnie from Rainbow. I was like, holy shit, how is this going to sound? And can anybody replace Ozzy? A lot of people knocked the last two Sabbath with Ozzy albums, Never Say Die and Techno Ecstasy. I actually saw that tour, Never Say Die tour at Long Beach Arena. And I was still a hardcore fan, anything they did, So I was like, nobody can replace Ozzy, he's irreplaceable, I don't give a fuck who they get. But I was still curious how it would sound. So Heaven and Hell came out in 1980, went down to Tower Records, picked up the album, and was fucking floored when I heard it. Neon Nights, Children See Lady, it's everything. And after that I was like, they're gonna survive. Dio is just too fucking talented. He's the kind of guy who could replace anybody. And not just replace anybody, but he makes it his own thing. Like when he goes into something, it's a new thing. It's his own thing. I feel weird saying that. Oh, he can replace anybody. No, it's like when Dio goes into a band, it's like a rebirth. But yeah, he saved that band, and 2 years later, I got the privilege of seeing Mob Rule's tour at the Forum. I was about 13 years old, and I can just remember the intro, E5150. It was fucking cranked too. Not like on the reunion tour a few years ago where they had that intro really low, and I was like, man, they need to turn this up. They had it blaring through the Forum, and I just remember 15,000 lighters, man, and just being a 13-year-old kid saying, this is fucking unbelievable. Right. And just, it was the shit, yeah, my buddy Lyle, who, I figure, for this episode I have to pick a friend of mine who's probably, I'm a big fan of Dio, but this guy is the fucking ultimate Dio fan, super Dio fan, Lyle.
Thank you, Mike. As you all know, Metal Mike here. He's the man, he's the myth. He was there for the OG days. He witnessed the original stuff, and that's what he was around for.
Thank God I had an older brother.
He's got seniority on this list, my friends. But how y'all doing this evening? My name's Lyle. I'm otherwise known as the Metal City Madman, as maybe you may already know. We lost an epic, influential, heavy metal rock singer, an original of his own kind. This morning, passed away of cancer, stomach cancer, and at the age of 67. And
I was shocked. I didn't realize
Ronnie James Dio, ladies and gentlemen, is of epic proportions indeed. And I just want to let you know right off the bat that we got a few things to talk about this evening on a legendary man, a legendary career. And just everything he meant to all of us, and I've got my own story of everything evolved for me with Black Sabbath, and then Ronnie James Dio joined the band after Ozzy was fired in '79, and And we all know that it was a graduation for Black Sabbath at that point. Whatever Ozzy says, it wasn't Black Sabbath after that. Well, horse shit, Oz. We'll get into that in a little bit, but yeah, it's a dark day in metal history. May 16, 2010.
What was the first time you saw Dio?
Magica 2000. I had to wait till Magica 2000, 10 years ago. You do the math. And I actually went all the way to Las Vegas to Mandalay Bay House of Blues because I'd never seen Dio, and I went all the way to Vegas because I didn't know when or where he was ever going to show up again. I've been waiting for years to see him. Made it out to Vegas. Great show at the House of Blues. Got it off my chest to finally see the great Dio live at that point, and little did I know that he would be returning to Los Angeles here very shortly thereafter, and then we did go to see him at Universal, which was much closer.
Yeah, well, that shirt.
Now here's the tour shirt, my
a little
original.
too high there.
And
Hold on, bring that down a little bit.
There you go. There you go. It's proof positive. Dio Magical World Tour 2000. I saw him 2 or 3 times on that tour, and.
Show that OG Heaven and Hell. That was my
I
brother's shirt, which he gave to me, but it never fit me.
This is the deal right here. I'm going to run it straight at you. My metal mic here has an original Heaven and Hell tour shirt.
But you cut the sleeves, but that thing's fucking ancient.
His brother went to the show, his older brother. And it's...
I think that was from the Coliseum.
As you can see,
he did a festival.
It portrays at the top Ronnie James Dio with the 3 original members, Bill Ward, Geezer Butler, and Tony Iommi. No introductions needed there. Now, following Magica, I believe the next one wasn't for a while later, and it ended up being Killing. Actually, I'm wearing it. Excuse me.
He's got it on.
There it is, Killing the Dragon. Now, I did happen to see Killing the Dragon out at San Bernardino here with a couple other awesome bands, Deep Purple and Scorpions, a few years back, and killer album. If you haven't heard it, then put it back on. Follow up to Killing the Dragon, of course, as we all know, was Dio's last solo album before he rejoined Black Sabbath, and that was Masters of the Moon, which I also attended. And there's a special story behind this. My son's mom, who I was practically an in-law married to for 10 years, died the same night of this Dio concert.
Wow.
At the Greek Theater. And I had bought my ticket, of course, 3 months earlier, not knowing my love of my life was going to die that evening, the same evening as the show. And I attended the Dio performance, skipped out on the opening bands. Rudy Sarzo happened to be filling in on bass this time. Jimmy Bain was finally gone from the band on bass, and Sarzo filled in and did a great set. And from there, it went on to a little bit of limbo until one day I heard the word that Ronnie James Dio was going to do it and rejoin back with the guys. And
that was the day that everybody was celebrating.
Yeah. And
how long?
Let me just say that the opportunity that we had in these last 2 or 3 years to actually witness.
They hadn't played in California with Sabbath in ages.
Yeah, I mean, I've been preaching this for years that the greatest thing that could ever happen to heavy metal folks was for Ronnie James Dio to return to Black Sabbath and do it all again and do more. And see, now he's now passed away. At least we had that opportunity for him to come back again, and he lived long enough to fulfill.
Do a few tours.
This incredible, ending to an incredible story with our Ronnie James Dio.